Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. Today it's time for Robbie Rants. We're going to be talking about how can there be 3 Jokers in the DC universe? DC Rebirth and Justice League number 50 has dropped, and one of the intriguing bits of information revealed in these books is that there are actually 3 Jokers in the DC universe. This is the impossible information that Batman has received from the Mobius chair in the recent Darkseid War storyline. How can this be? I mean, does it make any kind of sense? And is it truly, in fact, impossible? I have a theory about the 3 Jokers, but first I want to talk about a couple of other theories that are making their way through the internet right now. With the revelation that the Watchmen are now going to be a big factor in the future of the DC universe, a lot of people have been speculating that some of those characters may have already appeared and have been seeded into recent DC comics in disguise. The enigmatic Mr. Oz may in fact be Adrian Veidt's Ozymandias from the Watchmen. The New 52 version of the Question just may be possibly Rorschach. And of course there are other ponderings from websites and fans alike. If this is the case and Watchmen characters are in the DC universe right now, one of these Jokers just might be the Comedian. And that would certainly explain how the Comedian's smiley face button wound up in the Batcave at the end of DC Rebirth, which recalls the recent death of a family story in Scott Snyder's Batman, in which the Joker just might have been in the Batcave at some point. Now, I'm not quite sold on the Comedian theory, though I will admit it's a very incredibly intriguing possibility. I have always been a fan of Grant Morrison's explanation of the Joker in his different phases, that he actually has no personality of his own, but instead he has a form of super sanity, which adopts new personalities to cope with new situations and sensations. I really like the idea that the Joker has gone through many evolutions as a result of this no-self complex. My theory, however, involves a look at DC's reboots over the years. DC has done 2 complete and full reboots in the past, Crisis on Infinite Earths and the New 52. And with an understanding of DC's multiverse, it isn't too difficult to understand that there are many different versions of these heroes and villains throughout many different worlds. Sometimes these worlds shift and collide in crisis events. What if the Joker has managed to survive these massive upheavals in continuity? What if the Joker continuously survives the crises? The artwork in DC Rebirth suggests that the 3 different Jokers are actually the original Jerry Robinson version, the darker version from The Killing Joke and Death in the Family, and the New 52 version of the character that we saw in Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run. The original Golden and Silver Age Joker was replaced by the Brian Boland version after Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the New 52 version had replaced Boland's version after Flashpoint. So what if the Joker's previous incarnations survive each of these crisis events? Now that's just my theory, of course, and it could be Dr. Manhattan experimenting with reality, or the simple fact that there are 3 completely different people that have always acted as a Joker, a shared legacy, if you will. There are endless possibilities where this Joker story can go, but I really do like the idea, and if you really look at the 3 distinct Jokers that they're showing in the artwork, they kind of correspond to these crises, and I just think that's a really good theory. Might be where they're going. The Comedian theory is really cool too. Anyways, time will tell, but I'm sure it's going to be a fun ride figuring it all out in Tom King's upcoming Batman work. He has a great run on Vision ending up right now. I'm super excited to see him do Batman. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think about the 3 Jokers in DC Rebirth. Does it make any sense to you, or does it even not make any sense at all? Anyway, let's get the conversation going down below. Check us out at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and more, and please do subscribe, like, and share this video, and we'll do a lot more of them. We'll see you on the next one, and thanks for rocking with us.